Thoughtful Thursday. My name is Kobe J, musician and producer, and I missed last Thursday because I was sick. And I actually did record one, but I never uploaded it. It was about music, but it wasn't really like I really didn't fully believe in it, so I was like, it probably wasn't worth posting. But today I'm kind of just freeballing this one. I don't have like I have something in mind, but I don't really have like an exact idea of how I'm going to lay it out. So we're going to go through this together. Today I'm going to talk about practicing. Being a musician, practicing is something I should do, and I do. I do practice because it's a part of my job as a musician, and yeah, and I don't know why. Yeah, I do practice. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. Anyway, so what I want to talk about is how important practicing is, and that sounds so silly and normal and like obvious at first, but there's a certain quote from my favorite band, and this is what really keeps me going. I have a whole amalgamation. Is that a word? Culmination of things I want to talk about today. But the quote basically goes, first we wrote the songs, then we rehearsed until we were really tired, and then we had the fun. So I was talking to my siblings about this, and I brought up that, and then we kind of came to the conclusion of what that really meant. And I love that quote because then it shows like behind every single musician or like not famous person, successful person, they have years and years of practice, whether that be practice of music, practicing the guitar or their art form, or it's like practicing stocks or practicing talking to people. Every successful person you know has years and years of practice behind them, and that's how they're able to freely do whatever they want with that career choice. So I think it's insanely important to practice, practice, practice. You got to do the work now. You got to suffer through the shitty parts of your career, of your passion now, so that you can reap the benefits later. You got to write the songs first, practice till you're really tired, and then have the fun. And that doesn't mean that you're not having fun the whole way, because I think the whole process is fun. I think the whole climb, it should be fun. That's how it's supposed to be, because otherwise, if a majority of a career or a goal is the climb, so if it's not fun, then there's no point in going for the goal. So just practice, 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 and then you're able to reap the benefits from the practice. You're able to quote unquote have fun and express yourself in different ways that you didn't know was possible. And it's almost like, I like to think of it as like a video game. You know, there's certain doors, there's certain levels that you're not allowed to go through yet until you get a certain level amount, a level like, you got to get like 100,000 points before you can unlock that door. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to have fun while playing the game, while grinding those points to get to be able to unlock that door. But you know that once you unlock that door, you're going to have way more opportunities and possibilities and freedom to do whatever you want. Because let's say it's like the last door of the game. You worked and you had fun the whole way getting all the points, and then you finally opened up the door, and then now you're able to play all the doors, all the games again, and especially that last one, and really just, you've mastered the game at that point, and you're able to just have fun and try new things. You know, like professionals, they once they master like their craft, they just start experimenting and trying new things that no one ever thought before. Currently, I'm thinking of Balatro. There's a YouTuber who I watch who plays Balatro, and he's so good that he's got to the point where each new video is just him experimenting and just trying new decks. I don't know if you know the game Balatro, but basically what I'm trying to say is practice is insanely important. Every successful person you've ever met has years and years and years and years of practice under their belts. And that's the reason why they're there today, and they're able to like express themselves in a different way, in a new way, in ways you didn't know was possible because they have that practice. You can't expect to be the greatest without having those years of practice. I personally feel that all the time. I tend to look at some of my favorite artists and I'm like, wow, man, that sucks that I haven't reached that ability of making music yet. Or like, I don't know how they make that song. Or I'm like, I feel like I'm not as good as them. Or like, I just have all these thoughts where I'm like, oh, I put them on a pedestal, but then I realize they're all older than me and they have like 15 plus years of practice and experience that I haven't learned yet. And it also peaked on me because I was dealing with the feeling of not reaching my success yet. I haven't found my audience. I haven't found that musical fame success. But then I realized, I was like, if I do find it, and like if I wake up tomorrow and I was famous and like my TikTok blew up and like my music was loved, that'd be kind of scary because then I would have to do shows, and then I love shows, but then I'm not fully ready to be at that area because I don't have enough practice yet. So I realized I gotta work up my ranks of practicing of my skills and my craftsmanship so that once I reach my goals, I'm ready for them. Like I'm ready to live them once they're there. I don't know. I'm kind of just spitballing. This is kind of cool. It's kind of confusing, but yeah, basically, it's practice is important, man. Like you can't expect to get anywhere without practicing or just yeah, you know. You got to practice. You got to write the songs. You got to rehearse till you're really tired and then have the fun. That doesn't mean you're not having fun the whole time. That just means that you're able to fully unlock the craftsmanship of your skill. Bam. But yeah, that's kind of it. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. Not really. Practice makes progress, and that progress leads to greatness. Because it's hard to put things into perspective and say they're perfect. But I digress. All I'm trying to say is, if you have a goal, you got to be ready to be able to live the life that goal entails, because if I blow up tomorrow, fame wise, it could be scary and dangerous in the sense that I'm not ready because I don't have enough practice under my belt, and I wouldn't feel fully ready. But that just means that you practice, 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 and when your practice is done and you've mastered it, it's your time. However, I don't know, there are some people that did find fame, find their success while not having years and years of practice, but it's just a little more like anxiety inducing if one finds the success and they're in the midst of practicing. And that also doesn't mean that once you found your success and you've mastered it, that doesn't mean you're done practicing or learning. Use it or lose it, fools. But yeah, that's kind of it. Just practice, man. That's what I'm just trying to say. Practice, practice, practice. Your favorite artist, your favorite businessman has years and years of practice and under his belt. And practice includes failures, so it's not fair for you to compare yourself to them because you guys are on different levels. But yeah, just practice, practice, practice. Because that's what the greats did. And you can't expect to be a great without practice. But yeah, that's it. See ya! See ya!